afraid to die. They're already killing each other every day on the streets by the hundreds. Drive-bys, gang shootings, they're not afraid to die. Death penalty doesn't mean anything unless you use it on people who are afraid to die. Like the bankers who launder the drug money. Slow down that drug traffic, you gotta start executing a few of these fucking bankers. White, middle-class, Republican bankers.
Oh, it's a mess down there, Jim. They're bitten off more Vietnam than we could possibly chew. Of course, it figures with that polecat Lyndon in the White House.
And don't underestimate the budget cuts the Kennedy called for in March of '63 either. Nearly 52 military installations in 25 states, 21 overseas bases. You're talking big money. You know how many helicopters have lost in Vietnam? Nearly 3,000 so far. Who makes that? Bell Helicopter. Who owns Bell? Well, Bell was nearly bankrupt when the First National Bank of Boston approached the CIA about developing the helicopter for Indochina usage. How about the F-111 fighter? General Dynamics of Fort Worth, Texas. Who owns that? Find out the defense budget since the war began. 75, going on 100 billion. Nearly 200 billion to be spent before it's over. In 1949, it was 10 billion. No war. No money. The organizing principle of any society, Mr. Garrison, is the war. The authority of the state over its people resides in its war powers.
Hello, everyone. Once again, this is Dare to Speak. And the reason why I'm doing this video is to show you that from what I strongly feel. Again, this is just an opinion. I'm not trying to force this on anyone. But the war on drugs is actually a money-making propaganda. And it doesn't really help for any kind of any justice. Of course, we all know that it's bullshit. At least most of us do, or half of us do. Half of the nation or something, I don't know. Possibly more, possibly less. But the war on drugs, of course, is not going to do anything. It's just a front in order to make a great deal of money, again, for war. A lot of the money that's appropriated, and of course for laundering money laundering, is for war. Because war is expensive. And of course, people need to get rich. Or the rich needs to get richer. Let's just put it that way. The military is responsible for actually bringing drugs into this country. All illegal drugs, even from Mexico, with the Mexican cartels over there, from other countries and things like that. And of course, a lot of people are going to say that's just a bunch of bullshit. And then all this attention is like, all the hate is just brought only to like these drug lords, the big time drug dealers. They get them from other lowlives and things like that. But they're not thinking big enough to think that their own government, our own military, is the one responsible for it. Because they bring it in, whoever's in charge of the drug dealing the drug lords and people that are big time drug dealers, how they get access to it, and how they actually distribute and all this kind of money making that they do. And then the war on drugs comes to help solve the problem. People start putting in money, help for the war on drugs, and then people are just cluelessly putting in money. And then to make even more money, they bust all these drug dealers, which is a good thing, yes. But what do you think happens to all that money that's been taken away? All that money that's been confiscated? They use it for their own military purposes. And that's the reason why they do it. Again, it's just an opinion. I'm not trying to say, hey, everybody better listen up. This is what's really going on. I would never say that. What I would say, as far as advice, is to do your own research so you can draw your own conclusion, whether or not it's true. This is how they make money. The whole idea of the war on drugs, the drug problem in this country, the whole idea is to make money. A great deal of it, politicians get their hand in it. They skim a few $1 million for themselves. They pay off other people and all this kind of crazy shit. And that's the whole purpose of it. Just like Penn and Teller, if you ever watch any of their shows, Penn and Teller bullshit, they said the war on drugs is bullshit. And it is. Without a shred of a doubt, it is. So if you want to drop a comment, let me know what you think. If you really like this video, give it a like, and please subscribe. And I really appreciate it if you do. If you don't, you don't, no big deal, I guess. But please subscribe and please share. And because I want a lot of people to know this. I mean, to me, I think it's a very important issue. It's a very important thing that I'm doing. And of course, there might be a couple of things that I haven't mentioned that needs to be addressed according to this particular subject. So please, again, comment, questions, anything. And to all of you, take care.
Like the bankers who launder the drug money. Forget the dealers. You want to slow down that drug traffic, you got to start executing a few of these fucking bankers.